What's going on, YouTube? Happy Sunday. It's your girl, Fair Play here. Long time no see or hear, right? Look, I know y'all have talked about me, and I understand, I guess, but I done talked about myself, and I'm ashamed of myself. And y'all, I didn't come here with any excuses to those of you that care, who've been wondering, where in the crap has she been? We ain't got our Wendy P. What y'all listen? Let me tell you, no excuses. This is just true. I work a lot and I work for the government and I'm in finance, so it keeps me kind of mentally preoccupied. And I've been traveling. I've been to Canada since we last spoke, or since I last made a video, and I've been to Minnesota and all that. So I kind of just got lost a little bit of motivation, and plus the fact that YouTube, this is the main reason, they took the ability from me to be able to go live. When I first started going live, I had about 900 and something subscribers, which I still have about 900, but they allowed me to go live the first few times. And then I guess they looked at it and they said, oh, she don't have 1,000 subscribers. So they took the ability from me to be able to go live. And that just kind of just dampened my spirit because going live actually makes the uploading process a whole lot more efficient and easy. It's quicker. It doesn't hold up. Like when I record a video, it takes like almost an hour to upload video. And I hate that. I really do hate that. And sometimes, when your phone goes to sleep while it's uploaded, it'll stall. And so that kind of got on my nerves. And plus, being able to allows me the opportunity to be able to communicate with you directly and to talk to you in real time. And I like that because I'm a communicator. I like to be able to respond to people and reply to people and vice versa. So, but anyway, we're gonna work with it and do the best we can today. Again, it's been over 2 months since I've been on here, but I'm glad to be here. I've been planning for a long time to come back anyway. I have not abandoned you all. I miss you all. I love doing these videos. I still do my radio show and I go live and everything with that. And so to let you know, I still love it. I had not abandoned you, but I needed to take some stuff off my schedule, which I did. I cleared up a couple of nights of my schedule. I literally stopped some stuff. I was co-hosting on radio shows with other people. I had to stop that for a little while. And I have been trying to decide what days I am actually going to commit to YouTube. If I'm going to have a schedule. I'm the type of person I don't like to set a schedule for stuff like this. I like to just kind of sporadically come on, be consistent but sporadic. I don't like to just commit myself to certain days. I mean, I do that on my job already, 5 days a week, sometimes six they get from me. So because I'm already committed to that, I don't want to have to commit to a certain day. I just like to be able to come on when I feel like coming on, but yet be consistent. And I need to work on my consistency, y'all. And I apologize for not being consistent, and I'm going to work on that. I promise you I'm going to work on that. Because I have had so much news and so many things that I wanted to talk to you about, movies that have come out, things about your girl Wendy Williams, all the stuff that's been going on with Juanita Bynum lately, and it's just been a lot of things going on, and then some stuff not so much, but I wanted to come and talk to you. I just didn't have motivation to come on here and do it. So anyway, I'm here today. Let me say I hope everybody has been good and everything is going well for you. To those that have reached out to check on me, thank you so very much. Mimi the cat, meow. Girl, thank you for checking on me. You're absolutely, you just wonderful. I thank you for that. It's good to be thought about sometimes. I cannot lie about that. So yes, I am here. I have not forgotten about you, and I'm going to work on being on here more often and more regular, okay? Because there's no shortage of news. I assure you of that. On this particular video, I'm not going to go off deep into a whole lot of stuff, but Mimi the cat asked me, and Mimi, again, I hope everything is good with you and your family. I hope everybody's doing well. You asked me to talk about the boxer that died. I guess it was last week that he passed away. And of course, I had never heard of this boxer because I don't usually watch boxing. But I wanted to go and check it out. I knew immediately when you said he had died. I'm pretty sure it was an injury that he had sustained while in the ring. So I went and looked him up, of course, because you asked me to. And it's really sad because when I found out about him, I found out that he was not the only boxer to lose his life as a result of injuries sustained in the ring. And that particular boxer, his name is Maxine bear with me because I'm using this old school laptop I got in front of me. They said he actually died after sustaining some in-ring injuries. Um, and it's really, really sad. His family, he had a family, wife and kids that he left behind. 28 years old, extremely young. They say he went into a coma, and I'm reading TMZ now. He went into a coma after suffering injuries during a fight on the Friday night of, I want to say it was July 19th, that he actually had this fight. And he had sustained a lot of head injuries, okay? They said last Friday night, which was the 19th, okay, he died, and both his trainer and coach announced this on last Tuesday. He was 28 years old. His name is Dadashev, which is a Russian junior welterweight contender. He was fighting Puerto Rico's Gabriel Matias in the co-main event of top-ranked boxing card on ESPN that week when things took a horrible turn in the later rounds. Dadashev was taking a lot of punches to the face and head, and it got so ugly that his trainer, whose name is Buddy McGirt, had to beg the boxer to throw in the towel. He kept screaming from one side of the ring. He was like, "Stop, y'all need to end it," because he was taking all these head shots and whatnot. And all I could think about was Rocky when Apollo Creed was taking all those licks from that Russian boxer that he was fighting. I can't remember what his name was, Adolf or whatever. But he kept hitting him in his head. That's all I could think about. I had a flashback, maybe. I really did. So anyway, he had been taking a lot of head shots, and his trainer had been begging them to stop. He kept screaming, "Y'all stop the fight, stop the fight." And if you go to TMZ's page and some other pages out there on the website, there is a short video, a clip of the actual match that pretty much ended the fight. So his boxer or his trainer was able to get the fight stopped, but the damage had been done. It says Dadashev collapsed after the bout and was immediately rushed to a nearby hospital in Maryland after taking more than 300 punches in the bout. Dadashev was diagnosed with a brain bleed and underwent a 2-hour procedure that Friday evening of the 19th in the hopes of saving his life. He was later placed in a medically induced coma, and I think he started vomiting while he was in the ring, you guys. But McGirt, his trainer, announced this past Tuesday that Dadashev had passed away from his injury. Dadashev was 13-1 in his boxing career, which means he was a pretty good boxer, and was considered one of the sport's brightest young stars before Friday's fight. So my condolences go out to the family of Maxim Dadashev, 28-year-old boxer from St. Petersburg, Russia. Y'all, this boxing is dangerous. It is a very dangerous sport. Always has been. He's not the first one to pass away from this. There have been other boxers that have died from it. There have been boxers that have had injuries that lasted 15 and 20 years, and then 20 years later, after they ended their career, they actually died from the injuries that they had sustained, head injuries that they didn't know they had, like brain tumors, brain bleedings, and hemorrhages and things like that, years later, that the doctor attributed to their career as a boxer. So it's very dangerous. It's a dangerous sport to get into, okay? The next person that passed away that same week, matter of fact, I believe this guy here, let's see, this is the second tragedy in 1 week. A 23-year-old fighter by the name of Hugo Santillan, he died in Argentina on last Thursday, the 25th, after suffering injuries during his fight over the weekend. Santillan fought Eduardo Javier Abreu for the WBC Latino Silver Lightweight title in Buenos Aires on Saturday. The bout ended last Saturday in a draw after 10 violent rounds, but it was clear that something was wrong. It says Santillan collapsed in the ring as the announcer presented the results of the fight, and doctors rushed to give him oxygen. He was stretchered out of the venue and taken to a nearby hospital where he underwent emergency surgery for a clot in his brain. The boxer went into cardiorespiratory failure twice before ultimately succumbing to his injury. The doctor who treated Santillan issued a statement saying upon admission to the hospital, he had successive kidney failure and did not come out of his coma. They said he had swelling of his brain and he never recovered consciousness. The swelling continued to worsen, and it affected the functioning of the rest of his organs. The super lightweight succumbed to his injuries on this past Thursday, just 2 days after 28-year-old boxer Maxim Dadashev, as we just talked about, died from injuries that he suffered during his fight on Friday. Now, we join Hugo's family and friends in grief, support, and wish prompt resignation. The World Boxing Counselor said in a statement, Santillan had a 19-6-2 record as a pro with 8 knockouts. The boxing world is reeling from the two tragedies earlier that week. Gennady Golovkin told us Maxim's death wasn't only tragic on a personal level, but was also terrible for the sport of boxing. Now, with two deaths in the same week, it seems that the sport could be in a lot of trouble. Again, boxing, I don't even know why people consider that a sport. To me, it's like a stress reliever. People that have a lot of pent-up anger and frustration and they need to get some stress and some fresh off, they actually participate in boxing. But that head, you got to be careful with these head injuries, okay? I don't know if they need to start making them wear some sort of helmet on their head. But then again, would it be boxing? If you can't hit them in the face and punch them and knock them out, would it really be boxing? I don't know. I don't know what they can do. The only thing I can think of is wearing head gear. Those head things that they wear with that thick foam around it that lines it. Perhaps that is just leave the jaws exposed. I don't know. I don't know, or if they need to even stop the boxing altogether. Just wrestling. Just wrestling. Like the old people say, just wrestling. But wrestling, of course, is the correct pronunciation. But perhaps that's what they need to do instead of boxing, because y'all, I have never liked to sit up and just watch boxing because of how violent it can get. And I think I was traumatized as a child from watching Rocky. Yeah, and when Apollo Creed died, it was like at that moment I just don't care for anything like that, any kind of violent sport like that. So yeah, even football racks my nerves sometimes. I like to watch pro and college football from time to time, but when I see these players taking these major hits and then flips up in the air and they hit the ground, it just does something to me. It's almost like I can feel it through television. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's a very dangerous sport, Mimi, and it's sad that these two young men have lost their lives. People, you don't know what type of pent up frustration and stress that either boxer is under when they go into the ring, and a lot of them go in there with the intent of getting some fresh off. I'm pretty sure the other boxer didn't intend to kill him, so it's not a situation of assault or any type of murder or anything like that. I don't believe that. But you just can't trust it. You just don't ever know another person's strength. Okay? If people don't use the other person is always trying to win. You're in there to win. And so by any means necessary, if a person wants to win, they'll do whatever. And so I don't believe that they were breaking any rules when they caused this damage to these young men, Maxim and Hugo. But it is what it is. It's dangerous. It has happened, and they really need to make some changes to how that sport is played. It's sad. It is sad. So anyway, that is courtesy of me. That's for you, Minnie the Cat. Just feel free to add any commentary because you brought that up for a reason. You wanted me to talk about Maxim for a reason. So please put it in the comment section. Like I said, there's been a lot of things going on, a lot of news, and I talked about a lot of it on my radio show. Wendy Williams, we have seen Wendy Williams, and we know that Wendy is struggling in a lot of ways. She's physically struggling, and she's struggling emotionally as well. We know that she has been swelling a lot lately. The doctor diagnosed her with lymphedema or something like that, the swelling of the leg. So she's dealing with a lot of things right now. She's appearing to try to make it appear that she's happy and that she's dating all these men. And we saw her date that 27-year-old boy, because that's what he is to her. He's half her age. But she was having fun, whatever. He was single. And then this other guy, well, single as in not married. He turns out he had a girlfriend. And then this other man who's her age, this 50-plus-year-old guy who's supposed to be a PhD type of doctor, not a doctor. But he came out and said that he's not dating her. And that he actually is involved with someone. I don't know how true that is. I don't know who to believe, Wendy or the man. I can't think of his name. But why would Wendy lie and make up that she's been dealing with this guy? And if it was a secret, I don't know why she would tell her business. But anyway, Wendy, girl, just be by yourself. You do not have to have somebody in your life. Y'all see Wendy and talk to her. Tell her I said. Tell her fair play said. Girl, just sit down and fall in love with yourself. Learn how to enjoy your own company, and your knight in shining armor will come, okay? Because Kevin Hunter does not want her. He is another bunch of mess. He is, they saw him out at the pawn shop with some jewelry in a bag, and people allegedly or think that he was pawning jewelry. I don't think he was pawning anything. I don't know if he was or not. I refuse to believe the man is broke. Did he not receive $10 million from Delmar Mercury when he left the studio back in April? I mean, somebody tell me something. Did he get some money? I don't believe the man is broke. He's driving around here in Bentley, and maybe he should trade one of those in. But I think that someone told me that he is actually funding yet another failing business for Hunter. What's her name? But it's not Hunter, for this girl that he's been messing with. I can't even think of the girl's name now, y'all. Drinking the Welch's grape juice, not wine, for those of you that want. But anyway, whatever that girl's name is, it's been so long since I talked about it. Uh, a company or a business called Dish, some type of boutique that she started up, and I think it's short for lavish. Um, what is her name? Hudson. What is something Hudson? Whatever her first name is. But yeah, he's out trying to market and advertise for her by wearing that T-shirt out to that pawn shop. I'm gonna tell you from my perspective and from the type of man I think that Kevin Hunter is. I don't think Kevin Hunter is as generous as it appears that he is with this girl. I think that he is probably whatever jewelry he was taking in there to look at to have value to see if he could pawn it. I think it was something that belongs to her, and he was probably something he probably bought her over the years, and he was taking it to see how much he could get for it to help him fund her business. Because we already know, based on reports, that the businesses that she has had have failed, every one of them. I don't know why she keeps trying to run these businesses. Maybe she needs to take some business courses, but she needs to stop, and he needs to stop. He has wasted his and Wendy's money, and he should be ashamed of himself. And I hope the judge, during their divorce trial between him and Wendy, I hope the judge sees through that, and I hope the judge gives him very little of the money that Wendy Williams has made throughout their marriage. Okay, I hope he winds up with like $10 million and that's it. That's all he needs. Okay. We've all heard that Wendy Williams is wrote a book. Not only that, but they're getting ready to do biopic, a biopic of Wendy Williams' life on Lifetime. Now, Lifetime tends to mess up documentaries and biopics. But aside from that, I don't even want to see a biopic about Wendy Williams. I think we know enough about her. I've heard enough about her. We know she's dealing with this trifling ex-husband. We know that she has some trifling ways as well. If not, she would not have been with him. I don't really care to watch anything about her life. I think it's too soon. It's not like she's dead. So I don't know why they're talking about it now. I think they need to wait a little while. And again, me personally, I'm just not interested in seeing a Lifetime story about Wendy Williams. And it's not like she's going to tell everything in it. She's not going to tell the full truth. She is going to make sure she's going to control everything that goes out, which she should, but she's not going to be completely honest. She's going to paint that picture the way she wants it to be painted, and a lot of people are going to be disappointed, and you're going to feel slighted when that movie comes out. All right? So that's what my thoughts are about her doing a documentary. I really don't want to see it. The only way I watch it is some of you guys tell me to watch it so that I can review it. That's the only way. That's the only way I'll watch a biopic about Wendy Williams. Okay? Because she's just not technically not that interesting to me to sit up and watch a movie about her. Like I told y'all before, I don't even watch her show, but I talk about it because I think it's just sad and a shame that a woman of her age would be going through this when she has so much to live for. She's made so much money, and she's got this leech over here that probably wants to get as much as he can out of her, and that she's put up with so much for so many years. And I don't know, I just find her life to be very indicative or a mirror image of some close family members. So, when I hear something about it, it's like, oh my God, not again. It's just a woman thing for me. So anyway, that's what's going on with Wendy Williams. It appears to me that she might be still abusing some type of substance. I don't know whether it's some type of prescription mood altering medication, pain medication. I don't know if it's street drugs or alcohol, but she's back on something, you guys. Every time I see her go out somewhere on her birthday, I saw her weeds, some ragged weeds. I ain't saying my weeds are the best, but I ain't got Wendy Williams money. Wendy Williams has made over $60 million. And I think that her hair can look a lot better than it does when she goes out in public, y'all. That's just me, and I'm tired of that weave, that blonde weave that she be wearing, that's not cut right. Anyway, y'all, I ain't trying to say. Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about it. But anyway, that's all I wanted to say on this video. My plan is to do another video, maybe in a little bit more detail about some stuff that I have read on Wendy Williams, but I also wanted to do a video on Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum, the self-proclaimed prophetess, y'all, and the little scandal that she's been in, another scandal. And to those of you that are interested in that, I will be making a video about it. I'm going to try to watch what I say, but it ain't going to be easy, okay? So anyway, you guys, I just want to stop here on this video and tell you hello, and I will see you again really soon with another video. And again, I asked me in the chat, if there are any particular topics that you want to hear me discuss and break down on here, if there are shows that you want me to review, because I do watch a lot of shows. As a matter of fact, when I get off this video, I got a couple of shows from the week that I need to catch up on, like Queen Sugar and some other shows that I watch. So if there's any show that you want me to review, if there's any topic that you want me to discuss, please let me know. And if you have any suggestions for what day that you want me to come on and do a video, put it down there and I'll consider it. I really will, because I know it's not just about me, it's about you too. It's about the people. You know what I mean? So anyway, you guys, thank you for watching.